Hello, hello. May God bless you and may He prosper you this day. My name is Rick and I am the cryptocurrency Watchman. Okay, guys, we're going to take a look at the coins from yesterday. Yesterday we were roughly about the 1500 mark, right about in here. This is Dash. This is one of the coins that we looked at yesterday. And as you can see, um, we were looking for the retrace, and sure enough, we had a beautiful retrace, nice dark cloud, and then a beautiful piercing up here. So, hopefully you guys were on top of this. Um, it's still in an upward movement. You may want to, just kind of keep an eye on this because there was a couple of good opportunities yesterday to make some money on this one. Here's a big jump if you were watching for the retrace, especially if you were fortunate enough to jump out up here and then the retrace and then jump in again. You had an opportunity to make money a couple times on this one, and it could still be going up. I would keep an eye on it. Look for your confirmations. Once you get your confirmations, jump in. This is not one of my recommendations for today, but that doesn't mean that you can't make money on it. Okay, Golem coin. We had a couple of opportunities yesterday on this one to make some money. We were right about here when we were looking at it. We were looking at this big jump, and I told you, a lot of times there's some more money to be made off of this. After these jumps, you may wind up with another jump. Most of the time, it doesn't go as high as the first jump here, but there's still money to be made. And sure enough, I say, keep an eye on the retrace. So if you got down here and you saw especially once we had this piercing right here, then we had the engulfing. At this point, you knew that something was changing in a big way, and this, especially once you hit this doji right here, that was definitely a good time to get in once you saw this going up right here. So yeah, some nice numbers to be made here, and if you were fortunate enough, to be up half the night watching this, or even maybe early this morning, and you caught it on the retrace, still making money on it. So yeah, there was one decent opportunity here and a very good opportunity here. So yeah, so we're in the green on that coin. That's good. Okay, the next one was Vertcoin, VTC. We were right about in here when we were looking at it. And oh yeah, look at this big jump. Hopefully you guys were keeping an eye on this. Definite money to be made in this. And if you're watching the retrace, looks like this one, we could see some more numbers out of this one. If you're watching it earlier this morning, very early this morning. But yeah, yesterday, some good numbers to be made out of this. That's a nice 10% jump at least right up in there. So that's good. So yeah, money made on that one too. That's awesome. Okay, the next one's Flowcoin. This is the one that I was telling you that there's a lot of ups and downs on this one, and there's money as a day trader. There's money to be made in a lot of these ups and downs. And so yeah, yesterday we were right about here, and there was a little bump, but you can see this going down. But this I was just saying, as far as this coin is concerned, to look for the confirmation, everything. We never got a confirmation out of this one, and of course it's continuing down. This one, and actually the next coin, Via Coin, these are some of these coins that at times as a day trader, you can ride these these hills and valleys and make money all day. So but yeah, we didn't see much out of this coin, and but that's okay. Okay, Viacoin, and like I was saying with Flowcoin, this is one of those coins that you can make money off of all day. Here we were yesterday. If you're watching, a good consolidation here. If you were smart, kind of, saw the signs, believing that this is going to go up again, you made a nice little profit right here. Even if it's just a small percentage, that's okay. But then, if you're watching, when you see these dojis, you see the red, you see the doji, this is almost a doji, but that's an indication of a change. And sure enough, that's what happened. But Look at this. You saw two dojis in a row. That's a strong indication of a change is coming. And of course we saw one little red, and then boom, nice piercing right there. So if you're sitting there watching this, keeping an eye on it, then yeah, you made some good money on this one yesterday. Okay, and the last coin was LSK, and yeah, we saw some decent numbers out of this. Definitely saw a rise in our money from where we were yesterday. We were roughly about here when we were looking at it. We saw a little bit of a retrace here, but that's okay. We're in the green now. Especially if you set your stop loss for 5%. You should have sold. If you're still in it, stay in it because we're on an upward trend. And this is actually one of my picks for today also. Let's shoot over to Coinigy here. And we can see that we are on an upward trend right here. So yeah, this is we're going to see some more numbers out of this. Don't worry about these small little retraces and stuff. And we've seen a lot of that here, but because LSK has actually been on an upward trend now for a couple of days, and yeah, there's been some nice numbers made out of this coin. And I believe we're going to continue up today. Keep an eye out for watch your candles, look for any kind of dark clouds, things like that. We saw a little bit of a dark cloud here. We saw an engulfing, a dark cloud, indication that something could be happening. We saw the dark cloud, but this is a dark cloud, but it's a very short one, so you can't panic sell with these things. You gotta these are how volatile these markets are. Okay, just because we see a drop and everything, you cannot panic sell and jump out. You just got to stay in and ride it out. Sometimes you may have to stay in the coin for a couple of 3 days before you see your money back out of it. But the key is, don't throw everything into one coin, unless of course it's going to hit 10% or better, something like that. That's sometimes I have done that and made out. I've never lost everything or anything like that, but I've also lost small amounts of money, here and there because of it's dropping, and especially when I first started this, and I panic sell. And then I wind up cutting my own throat because it bounces right back up and continues going up, So yeah, just if you're in the red, stay calm, let it ride itself out. Okay, you will get your money back and then some. Okay, my next pick for the day is XMR Monero coin. You can see we had a nice jump overnight, and so a little consolidation, some retracing, and you can see it's going back up again. I believe this could be the beginning of a trend. We can see kind of a nice little trend line running right up through here. We definitely want to give it some more time. You may want to consider go ahead and getting in now. This is definite confirmation. It's going to go up some more, but watch your trend lines. We can see that there's a nice little line working right here. Let me just throw it in real quick here. This could be the beginning of a trend line. We shall see. Let's keep an eye on it. If we came from all the way back here, we can see that you could really consider this to be part of the trend line. Also, is testing that trend line and basically staying on it, and so I believe we're going to see some more numbers out of XMR today. So yeah, you may want to think about getting in like right away on this one. You could easily see 5%, maybe more out of this one, but be happy with 5. Sometimes you get greedy, you can wind up losing your money. You turn your back, these things will drop on you, and then you got to sit and wait, until it goes back up. Okay, the next coin is Factum coin, FCT. You can see that we've had a nice little jump overnight here, starting actually in the afternoon yesterday, maybe around noon or so. We saw a nice little jump out of Factum. We have a retrace, a lot of jumps here, but I believe that we're getting ready to see another jump out of this one. You definitely want to wait for your confirmation, but you can see we have a trend line right here, and you can see that it just almost tested that trend line right up in there. And now here we are, and we're actually starting to turn green here. I believe we're going to see some more numbers out of this one. So yeah, if if you're adventurous, jump in now. If you want to wait on your confirmation, I would give it a little more time. We can go to a 15-minute chart just real quick and see where we're at. Okay, yeah, the 15-minute chart gives us a little different picture here, but you can see that the retrace here, and it looks like we could see some more numbers out of this. I believe that we are going to see some more numbers out of this. So back to the 30-minute. Let's see what it looks like on the 1 hour. Yeah, same thing on the 1 hour. I believe that we're going to see some more numbers out of Factum today. So, look for your confirmation and be ready to jump. Okay, Zcash. I wish I'd actually seen this one sooner. I would have gotten in. I would wait on this one because of how high it is. However, look for the retrace on this one. Look for the retrace because it could be the beginning of a trend. We've got a nice little it could be the beginning of a wave also. We've got a nice wave here, so if it retraces and we start a third leg of this wave, a lot of times you can see higher numbers than you see on the first run here. Now, sometimes when you see those coins, they start turning green, you get this big jump up. 9 times out of 10, you don't see any more higher numbers than that big, huge spike, and then it drops back down and maybe continues up from there. It rarely gets above that, maybe over time, within a few days it may. But something like this, this could be the beginning of a wave right here. So don't get in yet. Wait for your retrace, look for your confirmation, and make your move when it looks right. Okay, the next one is Augur Coin. You can see this. This is a beautiful. This is almost a perfect example of the beginning of an Elliott wave. Usually, the distance that we see right up in here, when you have the retrace, this is leg 1, leg 2, and then leg 3. Many, many times on a perfect wave is roughly about 165. I'm sorry, 1.665. 165% of this of your first leg. So you consider this 100%. Usually it's about 2/3 more than this, and that's pretty much what we're looking at here. So we could be looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, and it could be going on the 5th wave. And if it is, it's actually going to push us up past this mark right here. So yeah, it's definitely going up. Confirmation sign, buy sign all over this one. So yeah, definitely something to jump into, make some quick profit. Okay, last one is MAID safe. You can see we got a nice little run going up here. I believe there's going to be some more numbers to be pulled out of this one. So yeah, that's this one kind of speaks for itself. It's definitely on its way up. All the signs are showing that it's a buy sign right now. And so yeah, it's looking good. I want to make a note on the 2 coins that I put out on my email alert yesterday. One of them was XEM. Just want to show you real quick. Come on. Okay. We saw a drop. I was talking about the buy sign with XEM. We saw a drop. We're seeing a consolidation. Give it time, guys. If you're in, I have money in this. Okay, it's gonna come back up. You're gonna see some better numbers out of this. It's just consolidating. We saw a lot of consolidation here and then a big jump. It's basically the same thing that we're seeing right there. So stay in, guys, because I got money in this too. It's gonna pay off. Okay, Steam was the other one on my email alert. You can see that I got in right around here. It dropped, but it is retracing. It's coming back up. With the trend showing on this, we're going to see some higher numbers out of this, guys. I mean, I'm believing somewhere around 10, maybe 15% by the time it's all said and done. Okay, guys, thank you so much. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. Thanks, guys.